After two high-intensity semi-finals, the FNB Varsity Cup presented by Steinhoff International is drawing to a close, and we've got two scintillating finals ahead of us.
Definitely. The Varsity Shield has also dished out some crazy results. The University of Fort Hare hosted TUT at home, and they need a victory to even have a chance at going through to the final. Unfortunately, they did win this one, but it was not good enough to get them to the last hurdle.
The University of Fort Hare were playing for their Varsity Shield lives as they welcomed the Tshwane University of Technology to Alice. It was a must-win for UFH, who needed to keep the pressure on UKZN, while they also needed a favour from CUT in Pietermaritzburg if they were going to progress to the final. Gabriel Smith rocked the host world with a try in the 6th minute. It was not the start UFH had been looking for, but with nothing to lose, TUT showed that they were looking to end their season with a win away from home. Sanaliso Ngoma scored the first points for UFH from the kicking tee before Lukaniso Komani scored the first try for the hosts that made it a one-point game. Five minutes later, it was back to the drawing board for UFH, who watched in agony as Jan Andries Streeter put the cat amongst the pigeons once again. With the pressure on in half-time looming, Litabile Mkwadleka struck that made it a 4-point game at the break. Advantage, TUT. Mornaigu slotted an early penalty in the second period that stretched the TUT lead to 6 points before Onke Dubase went over for UFH. The conversion from Bangihlombe Kobese was good as the lead changed hands. When Lundi Ralarala went over, the game was all but over and the 5 points in the bag, but TUT were not about to wave the white flag just yet. Adrian Hubert set up a nail-biting final 10 minutes as he went over for the men from Pretoria. The final act was also performed by the visitors as Gabriel Smith completed his brace, while Igu's conversion brought a fitting end to a wonderful advert for Varsity Shield Rugby. UFH winning by 38 points to 33, but along with the sweet came the sour as the men from the Eastern Cape missed out on a place in the final as they finished in 3rd position.
It was a tough game. We started off slowly. Second quarter we did so well, we scored some tries, then we slept off a little bit. It was a tough game because they knew they were avoiding relegation and we were trying to go up and play the final.
And now to the game of the week as far as Varsity Shield is concerned. This one set up a replay of a final round match as a final in the 2014 Varsity Shield competition after UKZN outscored CUT 5 tries to 3 in Pietermaritzburg. Of course, this sets up the same game, but in Bloemfontein for the title.
The University of KwaZulu-Natal were playing for a place in the Varsity Shield final as they welcomed the Central University of Technology to the Pieter Boysen Stadium in Pietermaritzburg. Former Sharks and Springbok lock Mark Andrews stopped over to support the hosts, while coach John Mitchell was soaking up the atmosphere ahead of UKZN's biggest game of the season. The hosts showed that they were up for the challenge as Adu Wessels scored the first try inside 2 minutes of the first whistle. But CUT were not about to hand UKZN a free ticket to the final as they responded almost immediately through Alec Mhlanga. The visitors' left wing was back for more with his second that gave CUT a handy lead. The pressure was on the shoulders of UKZN, who needed to regroup quickly. UKZN received a helping hand after Stefanus Kutzer was given some time off with a yellow card. The hosts needed no second invitation as Hendrik Latergan scored a try 3 minutes after Kutzer's departure. CUT were punished again before the break. Shane Makambi added his name to the score sheet while Kutzer was preparing to make his return to the field. Half-time in Pietermaritzburg and an opportunity to applaud Miss Varsity Shield at UKZN. while fans remained glued to their seats ahead of what promised to be another pulsating half of rugby. CUT made the first move in the second half as Gideon Gous dived over within 6 minutes of the restart. It was game on once again. Cue Brandon Bailing. The bonus point try was in the bag for UKZN, who kept their noses in front. The drama was far from over. That was until Bailing popped up for his second that was scored with the pink ball on the field. It proved to be the last points of the match. An historic night in Pietermaritzburg as UKZN beat CUT that earned them a place in the Varsity Shield final against the same opposition, where you can expect more fireworks when the teams meet for the ultimate prize. It's going to be a cracker.
Obviously we've got a very young group, so we've had to not only select the best team mix as well as get the conditioning up and focus on structures. We've probably done a lot of mental conditioning with the youngsters and in order to understand how you can work together, and ultimately we've been through just about every situation you could imagine as a team, winning games easily, coming from behind, losing games as well, and we've used that to our strength. So we've presented ourselves an opportunity. That's all we've done now, so we've got one more week.
We need to play better than we played today. I think the effort from the boys, really, it was disappointing for all of us. But it's a final next week. It's anybody's game, so just stick to our guns and do what we know how to do.
Next game is a must-win. Obviously, we're going to the final. Nothing changes. Same structures. We have to give it horns. We have to keep it going. And obviously, we want to get into the Varsity Cup.
In round 10 of Varsity Shield, University of Fort Hare Blues beat TUT 38-36 in front of their home crowd, and UKZN not only secured a final spot, but they also get a promotion relegation playoff opportunity for possible participation in the 2015 Varsity Cup. So the Varsity Shield table at the end of this season sees CUT clear at the top, UKZN edge the University of Fort Hare Blues, and TUT a dismal season for them.
On the Young Guns side, two-time defending champions UP Tats will be up against UFS Young Guns as they look to lift their third successive title. Two-time champion CUT will host the KZN Impies at the CUT Rugby Stadium in Bloemfontein as both teams go in search of a place in Varsity Cup 2015. With so much action happening in the Varsity Cup as well as the Varsity Shield, we know that you can't get to all of the matches that are happening here on your World of Champions. So we've put all the highlights on supersport.com as well as our SuperSport app. Now here's how to download it for your Android and Apple devices.
Once your mobile device has the SuperSport app installed, you will have access to a multitude of sport codes a DStv decoder owner typically gets to enjoy. To get to the Varsity Cup page, select the home icon where you will scroll down to the Rugby tab on which the Varsity Cup option is found. Once this is opened, a highly interactive world awaits, which includes, but is not limited to, the latest news about your favorite team and competitions such as Super Brew, where viewers can predict the scores of upcoming Varsity Cup matches. The latest results, upcoming fixtures and log standings detailed with aspects such as points differential, tries scored and conceded, and bonus points scored. And most importantly, live match streaming and highlights of action from the highly entertaining Varsity Rugby and Shield matches. Enjoy all of this and more by downloading the SuperSport app and never miss out on all the action on your World of Champions. Mobile data charges are in accordance with your service provider.
If you missed out on any of the Varsity Cup semi-final action, stay right where you are. We'll recap that after the break, and we get to see how the players keep the aggro on the field.
Welcome back to Rugby That Rocks. This Monday saw the Varsity Cup enter the semi-final stage, and it was the form team NW Booker that were hosting NMMU Madibas at the Fani du Toit Stadium. And it was the home side that prevailed, the Madibas losing another semi-final by a point.
Oh, it's starting to open up on this side. Looks like there's an offside gone against Stefan Willemse there. And the referee will now bring them back. Oh, it's been taken quickly. That's a brilliant tackle on the flying Philip de Vet. Now Dorfling has a look. He's got the pass away, and the trial's been given. It's Rick Belhamad.
just the line that he comes from the blind side and he just cracks on the pace. Man has already shifted on to tackle a man without the ball. Opportunity, a bit of communication around the breakdown. As you can see, untouched under the post.
Use it! Oh, good quick shift of the ball there to Akafanamurba. Now it goes back the other way from Dorfling. Brilliant! Luther Obi gets try number 2. Oh, there may be a forward pass in there. Doesn't look like it. I thought I saw the refs looking at each other there, but Luther Obi has got one. Here goes Ferreira. He's got within a metre. Still available, and it comes from Aka. Great pass from Jared Bass. Brilliant tackle on Cameron Lindsay. He looked as if he had to get across the line there. He did not. And the penalty might even be a yellow card here.
Clearly off your feet, still contesting the ball. It's like a yellow card for you.
Oh, Akafanamurba is off. Cameron Lindsay is bellowing at the top of his voice to try and make Martin Ferreira understand that it's going to Stefan Willemse. Now they'll get the drive on here. They've gone straight through the middle. They're over the line. Chris Clutie's got another run.
Makes the right decision. As forward pack after they did the shift drive, they got the momentum.
Well, Ferreira was a late change at hooker in the starting side. We expect him to be replaced quite soon.
Looking to see even Timothy Makaba coming in from the bench for Motshidisi. Another College Robbers play.
And this would give them a 7-point lead. Looking a little flat-footed for the Madibas, but that's brilliantly done. Jared Bass with the shot of the ball, and he's away. He's got Titan Adams with him. Titan Adams is going for the corner here. Titan Adams is in. That's a brilliant try.
Oh, take it by great hands from Bass. The dummy up on it. He left there. And the drawing play, all done, son. But coming back just to create a bit of placement for the kicker. Titan Adams does well.
That was the skipper doing good work there. Here's Chris Clutie.
Tackle!
Looks like the ball might be in the air, but it is available. Out from Aka, taken on by Ferreira. Antile Joe throwing himself at the ruck there. Oh, drop goal. Has he got it? Jared Bass is the kicker. Yes!
Yes, he has. Gets himself in the right position, boys from the Madibas. Jared Bass, the fullback, knowing that they're just 1 point below. A drop goal is 2 points. And now it's 18 points to 17. Pressure back to the home side.
Smit. Robbie Laberskapny. Oh dear, it's a penalty advantage. Madibas can't believe it. And there's going to be a kick at goal here with only 2.5 minutes remaining. We'll have 90 seconds left if this goes over. He's got it! Tucker back in front. As if you needed me to tell you, listen to the crowd. Celebrations all around. And the game is over. Tucker will host the final here in Potchefstroom next week.
Now, all season long, we've been sitting on our beautiful pink couch here on Rugby That Rocks, and it's all signifying the Keep the Aggro on the Field campaign, which is basically to say that Varsity Cup is about more than just the aggression that goes with the on-field action. It's about helping out in our community as well, and the players get involved in a very practical way. Check out what Marty's got up to.
The Safe House is a home for abused women and their children. It's a shelter that they can come to recuperate. Basically what happens is women need a place to go to run to, because after a certain time of being abused, they realize that if they don't go someplace now, they would be killed. Statistics say that every 8 hours a woman is killed by her intimate male partner in South Africa. And also 1 out of every 3 women in South Africa is in an abusive relationship. So a shelter is needed, And this shelter was established 5 years ago, and since then we've been full to capacity every month. Most of them we find is uneducated and unskilled. So we've got a skills trainer here full-time that provide all the life skills and also educational skills as well as employability skills, because we need to find them a job so that they can become independent as well, living independently when they return to their community, and then basically bring something with them. Today we're very excited because we needed a garden shed, and with this shade board, in addition to that, they also provided us with enough funding to have a garden shed, as well as a flip up thing for the dustbins to be in, so that we have a lot of flies problems here in Stellenbosch at the moment, and that will also stop that problem. But our garden tools are, it was always in here where they actually spend their time. There's a braai just behind me, and then they would have to take that away. So now we have a garden shed that we can put all the garden tools in, and some storage space. So yeah, that's what they're building for us at the moment.
I think for Marties as players to get involved in the community, it's a great initiative by Varsity Cup, just to get out of our surroundings and just come help people in the communities, and obviously we have a platform to communicate and to reach them. So I think it's a great initiative, and for the players it's to get off the field a bit and just experience something else. I think it's a great initiative from Varsity Cup.
I think first of all it's a privilege, and secondly it's life-changing. Sometimes we just take for granted the things that happen outside there other than rugby, because you're so used to playing rugby. We don't really know, or not necessarily we don't really know what's happening there, but sometimes we don't really focus on that. But being here today, it's just awesome. Being able to help, you know, the community, it's great. I mean, they're the ones that always stand close by us every time we play, so I think it's a great honor and privilege.
Yeah, especially with the Varsity Cup, I think they've got a big involvement, and to make people aware of the abuses in South Africa, because we always get stuck in our own lives, everyday life, and we don't see these abuses around us, and so it's nice to be aware of it.
Yes, I think it's a solid platform to promote these kind of charities, because it's widely known in South Africa. Everyone watches it, and big people out there, then they realize that there are these organizations that are in need. So when they watch the Varsity Cup, I mean, half times when you get to donate money, they realize it, and I think it's a great stepping stone.
I think spreading the word, keep the aggro on the field, because one of my main things are also to spread the word that we should not abuse women. Men should not abuse women, but you know, they have aggression. I understand aggression, but go and take it out somewhere else, in the gym, you know, on the weights or on the rugby field. There's rugby for everybody. Soccer, cricket, I mean, there are sports that they can, you know, work on that aggro. So Marties is just wonderful. The whole Varsity Cup theme, the fact that they chose that is just wonderful, that men will stand up as well for women in abuse.
It is a great initiative indeed, and if you want to get involved, just log on to www.varsitycup.co.za and bid on the pink balls that are used during the strategy breaks. We'll of course announce the winner of the bid in the second strat break of the second televised match every single Monday. Now, another team that is keeping the aggro on the field is the Motshidisi. They may have lost out in the semi-final, but they certainly haven't lost out as far as their caring and community work is concerned.
Every year, the Motshidisi boys come to our shelter to assist us as far as painting and moving things. And today they came and moved a whole house for us, which was absolutely wonderful. And every year they've supported us. So we really thank the Motshidisi boys, because not only did they paint today some rooms for us at UKZN Haven, but they brought furniture from the house that we've just moved out of, because we had two homes. We now have one. So we are far more compatible for people that need to come to a shelter. They can come to one house. Everything will be done here. We're going to be doing training and various different counselling courses and courses for other NGOs as well. This is wonderful because we've got enough room for all the children to play in the back garden. We're going to have a serenity garden put here as well. So this is much more compatible for families now to come here. so that there's lots of things for the kids to do, and the mums can also relax and take it easy and have places to sit and read.
For me, and the team, it's obviously just playing your part for the community and helping out wherever we can. I mean, any helping hands, they take it and they really are appreciative of it. So for us, I mean, just to be out there and trying to help out as much as we can. And I mean, they're living very close to where we are. So yeah, just a helping hand basically. We've been doing this for 3 years now. I think women abuse is obviously something we want to stop in South Africa. So anything that we can do to help them and see that rugby players so macho and stuff, going out there and actually helping them, and obviously just being there to support the ladies, and they are appreciative of it. And yeah, I think it just changed that image that rugby players are aggressive and then don't really help out, and we just go out and help them. Yeah, so for me, just a support base for them, and they really are appreciative of it.
My role is not only do I oversee the running of the houses, I'm also a therapist, so I do a lot of counselling with clients as well, quite a bit of PR and marketing as well. This organisation has actually been going for 25 years, and in that time, and I think I have to say this, that we've never closed our doors once in 25 years. We're always here, we're always open, and people can come to us any day, any time, day or night, and we're always available to them. Well, most of our donations come from the people of Port Elizabeth, and that's proved that the people of Port Elizabeth have been very generous over the years because we're still here. We're very fortunate to get funding through the Children's Feeding Trust, as well as Community Chest and AFROX. And this year we've teamed up with Avon, South Africa, which are very much involved with women abuse around the world, actually. So we're very fortunate to be part of their portfolio this year, as well as many other corporates. ABSA is one of them as well, that has been a great support of ours. So we're very fortunate in that respect.
Baie dankie sê dat julle vandag kon gehelp het. En mens sê as daar enigiets wat ons nog kan doen, dit was ons 'n groot voorreg geweest. Baie dankie.
Thank you very much. You've done a fantastic job today. I know it's probably the hottest day of the year, but thank you very, very much, because we would never have had this done without you guys. So we thank you, and we thank you for your help all the way through the years that you've helped us. And we wish you well for the Pink Shorts campaign, and make lots of tries and make lots of money for us. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.
The campaign tells them to, and the players stuck by the rules kept the aggro on the field. And on Monday night at UCT in Cape Town, the conditions might have been terrible, but they suited UCT just fine. And even though the first half was scoreless, the home team managed to snatch that opportunity to travel to Puka and play in the 2014 Varsity Cup final. This is how.
Some very big gentlemen out there. This is great running, this excellent running. Release! John Durr, and it's going to be a penalty again to the Tigers, and probably a card. Have Jay spoken to you? Oh dear, it's Richard Stewart, the right winger, who's going off.
Short ball coming in from the wing was J.W. Durr. He's a big man, Richard Stewart, not rolling away in the tackle.
I just feel that the Marties have got to commit more players to the breakdown, because their set pieces have not been that great. Which way does this bounce? Robert Tapia back for it. Oh, that could be a try. Has Collie scored that try? Well, we're probably going to have another look at that.
It was a wonderful little chip and chase by Collie. Put on the jet shoes. Dean Grant came in with a big hit on Robert Tapia. The ball shot out from under him. And this is the grounding that'll decide whether Collie's got in for the opening score of this game.
You may award the try. There's no reason why you shouldn't not award the try. It's a long way to go with the wind as it is. And over she goes. That could be vital. It's 3 points that you get for a conversion. So they're up to 8. Oh, the Ikeys. Help of the men behind him. They were light to pack the Tigers as they walk towards the line. Held up at the back. There's the pickup from Michael Botha as he got down. It's a try. terrific scrum that from the Ikeys. And just have a look, all 15 of them around them, and they know that this is what could just seal the victory for them. So no daylight shown there. Well, there's no daylight anywhere. It's a bit cloudy here. John Nell brought down, but well, there might be some questions around the legitimacy of that tackle.
On his opposite number, Jean Nell, he just lifts him. Does he put him down? He put him down, but could be adjudicated that he's dropped him.
Good decision. Liam Slatham knows all about that, and off he comes.
7, get on there!
Got to be careful here, because if there's any deliberate collapsing, it's going to be another card. But here comes Nell, the little man. He's got it in. Excellent play that from the little scrum half. He's done what his team needed, and that's get that try, get those first points on the board.
He's into the teeth of this wind.
That's a great kick. Has he got the distance? Oh, it's just gone over. And it's the Ikeys that win by 20 points to 8.
Confirmation of the Varsity Cup semi-final results. It was the 2011 champions, the Ikeys Tigers, that beat Marties at home 28, while the Madibas suffered another 1-point loss in the semi-finals, this time losing to the form team NWU Bika.
With the double promotion relegation opportunity at the end of this season, Wits has already been relegated to Varsity Shield 2015. UJ has an opportunity to fight for their spot when they take on the losers after the Varsity Shield final on Monday, the 7th of April, a curtain raiser to the Varsity Cup final. Another curtain raiser will see Puka's representatives Patria take on Heimat from Shimla's in the FNB Varsity Cup Steinhoff Corsace Championship final. And then Puka take on UCT for the big game at 7:15 on SuperSport 1.
For more Varsity Cup and Varsity Shield
on Facebook of Varsity Cup. Also follow us on Twitter at Varsity Cup and use the hashtag #SSRugby during the matches every Monday night.
So Monday is the big Varsity Shield final and the decider of who is going to get automatic promotion to the 2015 Varsity Cup. We'll see you same time, same place next week. Cheers.